Facts tell, but stories sell. If you're an entrepreneur or even a professional, we are always selling. We're selling products, we're selling services, but stories are the most effective way to sell your products and service. And that's why in today's video, I'm going to share with you one hack that you absolutely want to know if you want to be more effective in your storytelling to get sales. And again, we're not selling products or services, we're selling thoughts, we're selling ideas, we're always selling. Now, what I want to get into is facts, right? Facts are what outline the products, the services, the steps. This is all great. But have you ever been in a situation where someone starts telling a story and you just kind of settle in? You kind of relax a little bit, you get more calm. This is what happens with your audience. As soon as stories come on, people just relax. And a lot of times their buyer defense mechanism, the one that's kind of analyzing, oh, a pitch is coming up, it just shuts down. They just sit there. They're just more able to absorb your information. And stories are so effective. Something from a lot of my clients, when they see my clients, when I'm talking to a prospective client, and I start talking about past clients, and I'll share a story about Jay and how he came in and he was nervous, and then we worked together, and then he became confident and started speaking on stages. There's videos to show his progression. They don't list back and go, oh, I really like the plan. I really like the system that you laid out. They go, I want to be your next Jay. Because the story is what captivated them. The story is what got them in the mode where they said, oh, that's where I am right now and that's where I want to go. So help me get there. I'm sure you've been in these situations yourself. Now, one time I was working with a client, Michelle, and she was going up. We were working on her signature talk. It was amazing. It was great, outlining everything. And there was a lot of stories that were coming up. But I asked one question, and this is the hack that's going to change the way that you select your stories forever. She was sharing all these stories, and I go, what's the point of that story? And she's like, what do you mean, what's the point? I go, what is the point of that story? She was a bit caught off guard. She's like, I don't know what you're looking for. What I was looking for is, this is the one question you must ask yourself whenever you're telling a story, is what is the point? You must be absolutely ruthless with it. And I say that in the kindest, most compassionate way, because the biggest mistake that people make with storytelling is they think, oh, stories are good. Great, I'm going to go up and tell stories. But you want to go to the next level. And in order to do that, you need to be strategic with your stories. So if I'm trying to get a point across, like what is the point? If I want to share about somebody who was nervous about speaking in public and then overcame that fear and had a great result, I would go back and select a story that mirrors that arc so I can demonstrate and show where the person is. That's what we want to do. We want the audience to see themselves in that story because they want to connect with the pain, with the struggles they're experiencing, and then see how do they overcome it, and then what were the results they got, because that's what makes a story effective. Otherwise, you're just going to be in this broad category of just telling stories and people say, oh, that's really entertaining. I like listening to you. But when it comes time to doing the action, the buying, the selling, the saying yes to the ideas, they're going to be checked out because they haven't been sold on yet. The story wasn't effective. So this is the hack that I have for you, is that every time you're about to tell a story or you're looking to insert stories into your presentations or into your videos, ask yourself this one question. What is the point of this story? And ask yourself before that, what's the point that I'm trying to make across? Then when those line up, when you have the desired point that you're trying to get across, and then you can select a story to come in. So whether it's an overcoming the fear of public speaking, I would tell a story about, for example, Jay. If I'm telling a story about clients that are selling from the stage and getting clients from that, then I would share a story about Angelina, who I worked with her to get over the fear, but then worked in my other programs, the deeper ones, where we get into building your signature talk. And how she came in, we built her talk, she got up, did it, got a lot of clients from that talk, and then now she's got a new revenue stream for her business. So you see what I'm saying here is that every time you ask yourself first, what's the point that I'm trying to get across? And then you select a story that lines up with it, and then you're able to get that across. You want the audience to be connected. This is another really important point, is that when you're setting the context for your story, you want to ask yourself, is this where the audience currently is right now? Can they relate to your success stories where their beginning was? If that's out of alignment too, that's going to throw it off. So you want to select your stories. What is the point? Select a story that matches it, matches the audience, their current situation, aligns with the goals that they want. And that, my friends, is where you're going to be able to become an effective storyteller. Not just an entertaining storytelling, but an effective one. One who's able to get into the top 10% in terms of effectiveness from telling stories to get actions, to influence people, to have them saying yes to your products and services, to saying yes to your ideas if you're more in corporate, but you will be more persuasive. So whenever you're telling a story, this is the hack. Ask yourself, what is the point that I'm trying to make? Select a story that matches that, and then you can share that.